is the commission?
So what we're doing now, well, we're on Whittington, and we still have, Laura Jacks comes and does 2 clinics for us. One is titled CP Clinic, and she does that with neurology, and even with, what is it, a
Is it pulmonologist?
pulmonologist that comes, and sometimes I don't really work with
Yeah,
it.
she has a, she
I mean, they're
started,
not in her group, but all 3 of those physicians come and kind of see because some of those kids with cerebral palsy really need lung.
oh,
They
yeah,
have lung issues, and then we have, usually Dr. Puri comes, or one of his associates. I don't know if you know Vinay Puri.
I think I met him,
And then Laura comes on, once a month. And then on the Thursday that you came, we still do it on Thursday, she comes with someone else in her practice, Josh Meyer.
I don't know, Britt, the lady, another lady orthopedic.
Jennifer Bray.
Right, she loves sports, so
Yes.
she's doing a lot of adolescent sports injury.
There's always new people in that practice, but there's usually 2 doctors that come. And mostly, I guess we're seeing, well, in the one, we mostly see kids with neurological deficits or cerebral palsy
She
or
does
something.
that mostly, yeah.
And
She
then in the
loves that.
other clinic, we still have some of that, but the kids also could have leg length discrepancies or other chronic orthopedic problems like Perthes or, and she still sees, they just have to have a chronic issue.
Yeah.
And some of them maybe with cerebral palsy come there that are maybe more mild and don't need those other physicians. If they're more involved, they come to the cerebral palsy clinic, because that way their families can see all 3 doctors
Yeah, at the same time.
at the same time, and their children don't miss as much school. But then if they need surgery, she has to operate at the children's hospital. I mean, obviously no one lives there or anything.
Yeah.
And then we still have, the brace shops have all merged together now. So, it's all run by Hanger, and that's sort of recent. But a different orthotist comes to each of those clinics, but
Oh, they're all together now.
they are,
Someone,
it was Max Fisher's group, which they changed names so many times, and then there was the one at Cosair.
yeah, in the building behind the, yeah.
Well, now they're the same company.
Oh,
They're the
okay.
same company. The one at Cosair bought Hanger, Hanger bought all of that, and it's all called Hanger Clinic. But, now it's Marcelo. I don't know if you ever met Marcelo. He kind of has taken over for Max Fisher now. He comes to our clinic, and then,
But he's part of Hanger too.
Everyone's part of Hanger.
See, they're big, they're a big company. I mean, all over the country.
Right.
So they've got more money than they can buy anybody else.
So now with the children that come there, the parents really could just choose which orthotist they want to work with, but no matter which orthotist they're working with Hanger. So that's kind of how it is, and I'm still the physical therapist. I've been there I've been there 29 years. And I was there, and I met I've talked to one of the nurses like you that's been there. Her name was Mary Jean Peruznia, and she was there. She's been retired about 20 of those years, and we were talking, and she said, we used to call you baby, and now I'm like,
You?
yes,
Yeah, because you were a
forgot that.
baby.
Yes, because I was like the baby of the group. They're like, oh, this little girl just got out of school, she's a physical therapist. But now I'm like, well, now I've been there, I think, longer than anybody in the Louisville office. So, and you've been there quite a while now, too.
20 almost. Well, not at the Office for Children the whole time.
But
10, the state government, 20 years. Yeah.
Okay, because we are a state agency. So I've never had another state job, though. This was it. And what's really weird with me is I've never even changed positions, really. Where everyone else has different.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're a physical therapist, you're a physical therapist.
Right.
There was a physiotherapist who went to the,
But I still work with the therapist at Kids Center because we share patients. I can't see everyone that comes through our clinic because there's just too many. So I have my load, and they go to Kids Center and some other places.
she worked at that place at the end of Broadway.
A physical.
Home of the Innocents.
Nikki Barron. You're talking about Nikki. She's a good friend of mine, and I see her at the Louisville games all the time.
So,
And I actually tell you what, she had a patient. I had the patient. He was my patient. He was a commission patient. And I used to do therapy at Home of the Innocents. For a while, we did our therapy there. And Mickey became friendly with one of my patients, and she takes him to all of the games. So I see him. He's way over 21. He's out of our program now, but.
Neat.
oh, I remember.
I knew you would know him. Yes, she's still around. I also see, and my husband told me he used to see you play tennis. He's a tennis player, and Ray and I are tennis players. And he said I used to go years ago, and you would be coming off the court at LTC, and he would be going on. I don't know.
I knew something was wrong when I couldn't pick up my big racket. And
Too
I
heavy.
said, why I can't pick it. So I got a lighter racket. I'll do that. But soon I wasn't able to pick that up either. And I knew that something was wrong with me.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's called amyloidosis. And the protein you eat is transformed into muscle and some good cellular stuff. But if you have amyloidosis, all of that protein is turned into amyloid. And it just lies in the muscle and it just finally takes over the muscle. Certainly does it here. That your heart becomes really mushy and stuff like that. But it takes years to finally get so that you really realize what's going on, and then you just keep on going a little bit weaker, a little bit weaker, a little bit. But that also can take years. But you know you're going to eventually die.
So so do you have to eat a special diet or anything like that with it? No.
They've got some medicine that they think helps. I think one of them makes me feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you can do about it.
Right. There's another physical therapist that you might remember named Betty Wright.
Yeah.
She worked with children. I know she actually, I see her play. She's retired now as well. I know a few of the older physical therapists that Mickey Barron did a lot. And she still tries to work a little bit here and there.
Mickey was great.
She has kiddos that still come to her when they need new wheelchairs, that they still come to her even though she's not really even working. She just is their advocate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was great.
I'll probably think of all sorts of things to talk to you about after you've gone.
Right.
I think you've
real
done a
stuff.
lot, though. I think this has been eye opening because, like I said, we don't have a lot of employees, even the ones I know who have retired, that knew it when it was a hospital and things like that.
So back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, did you go there every day? Were you going to see the kids at the hospital daily, every single day?
I mean, obviously, it wasn't a very busy practice there. I was the only one in the group in my group that would take care of children anyway. Until Jack, do you remember Jack Eldridge?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You remember he joined our group,
Yes.
and then he decided he wanted to go off by himself, which was fine because when he was with our group, he had to take night call, take care of broken wrists, and he didn't like that. So he opened up his own practice, and then Laura came, so they obviously formed a group. And then he died early.
He died very young. Yeah. He had a heart, I don't want to call it a heart attack exactly.
It's hard. It was just hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ignored
He
the
went into
symptoms or not.
ventricular
But anyway,
fibrillation or whatever, yeah.
Laura
He was
called me
young.
up early in the morning. She says, "Sit down." I got
He
the habit
was
of
really
doing
young.
exactly what Laura
Oh,
said.
you know
of course.
that's going to be
And
bad
she said,
news.
"No." And she said,
We talked
our
about that.
partner has died. Oh, that was so
And now that practice is part of Norton.
Well, she always was.
Okay, well, it wasn't even then?
Yeah, she always was. Yeah, she didn't want to go independent like, no, she's right.
Right.
It's fine.
But I had forgotten his name. Talk about forgetting. I remember him, but he came to the commission as well.
Oh, he
For-
took care of my, with me and my.
Absolutely, yeah.